Let me just adjust this ever so slightly. There we go. How are we? You remember last week I said, purely as a joke, that I'm going to start setting these lives for 9:33 in the morning, my time, as opposed to 9:30. Next week I'm doing that, okay? Because I really need the extra 3 minutes every single Saturday. But beside the point, how are you? How is everyone? There's lots of people here. I could see Dora, Kirsty and Ace, of course, were here long before the live even started. So hello guys, welcome in. It's so good to see you. Captain Cornish is here. Explorer Dora is here. I'm just checking the chat. Yes, I think I have said hello to everyone who is here at the moment. Toyo, hello my love, welcome in. Can't wait to see the cute puppy, says Dora. Ah. Well, you'll all get to see the cute puppy shortly. How are you, Toyo? I'm still sick. Can you believe it? Honestly, this morning when I got up, I just coughed and coughed and coughed and coughed and coughed and coughed. And now I'm dosed up on all sorts of cold and flu stuff. So I can make it through the live. So, but we'll get there, you know. That's the main thing. We'll get there. And cute you also. Are you well, Toyo? I haven't seen you for a little while. I haven't been, because I've been sick for so many weeks, it's been so hard for me to keep up with everyone's channels and everyone's lives and stuff. And like when I'm not doing farm stuff and I'm not doing lives, I'm resting and trying to get better. So doing the best I can, thank you, says Toyo. I'm so pleased. I'm glad you're doing well. Animal Lover is here as well. Welcome in, my friend. It's good to see you. It's funny, I was just thinking about you this morning, my dear, thinking I hadn't seen you for a couple of weeks. So I'm glad you're here and I know you're okay. I know, Captain Cornish, I know. Antibiotics. It's just I don't like taking antibiotics. You know, it does such horrible things to your microbiome, you know, to your gut health and all that sort of thing. But anyway, that's another story for another time. Today we are making toad in the hole. Now this is a recipe that my mum used to make all the time, and I make it quite frequently, and a lot of you in Britain, in the UK, you'll know of it as well. So today we're making that, and we might even do an onion gravy to go with it. It wasn't part of the original plan, but what the hell, why not? Why not? Oh, yeah, in the background if you're busy. Yeah, I have been doing that. I have been, you know, watching lives on the television and videos, but it's finding the time to then sit down and leave a comment. You can leave a like on the TV, which is fantastic, but, you know, especially when there's channels that you normally spend a lot of time on those channels, and I'm trying to keep watching them, but they don't even know you're there if you're watching on the television. So anyway, I'm doing the best I can, and that's all that matters. Love toad in the hole. Not eaten it for a while. Oh, well, I hope this inspires you, Captain, to make it. I mean, it's such an easy thing to make. Don't leave comments, Susan. You don't have to. Yeah, I know, but you know what I'm like with my comments, Dora? She's always telling me that. And look, in some ways, in many ways, in probably every way, she's probably quite right. But I like to leave comments and I like to answer comments. Though it's a way to show your appreciation and support. Anyway, today we're making toad in the hole. If anyone is new here, I'm Susan. I am in the Alpine region of Victoria, Australia, and it is currently 9:40 a.m. on Saturday morning. So we're a day ahead over here, which is, yeah, it's good. It's a good thing. Imagine if you could make this and send us all a bit. Yeah, I know, that would be great, wouldn't it? That would be great. Well, as per always, I will be putting the full recipe in the description once the live is finished. It's a very simple recipe, but I will still do what I always do, where I have an ingredient list for Australia, UK, with, you know, our, what do you call them? Proportions and everything in Celsius and so forth. And then I do a second ingredient list for everyone in the US and Canada, where the temps are all in Fahrenheit and measurements are in ounces and things like that. So there'll be 2 ingredient lists, and you just pick the one that suits you. You pick the one that works for you in the US and Canada, or UK and Australia. And then underneath you'll have the method. I will put the onion gravy in there as well and do the same thing. So that will appear probably about 45 minutes to an hour after the live has finished. I'll get it up there, and anyone who's interested can have a look and or make it. So let us start with toad in the hole. I'll just have a quick look on the chat and make sure I'm caught up. Sometimes I have in the background, if you're busy, yes, that was Toyo. Captain Cornish, I'm trying to inspire him to make some. Imagine if you could, oh, it would be great. Look, one day, can you imagine what technology is going to be like in like 100 years from now? We are going to have smell-o-vision and stuff like that, you know, and maybe we can send you a bit, you know, almost like, yeah, look, it's possible. All things are possible the way technology is moving these days. Hello, Nicholas, welcome in. It depends on the time of day that you ask me, Nicholas. Early in the morning, I get up and I cough myself stupid for about an hour or two. And then in the evening, even if I don't go outside, I start coughing again. And yeah, it's not nice. It's not nice. In the middle of the day, I'm not too bad. In the middle of the day, I sit here and think, you know, I could be getting better. And I think I am. I'm sure I am. But it's just like one of those 2 steps forward, 1 step back thing. And it's just taking its time. But we'll get there. We'll all get there. Hello, Leah. Welcome in, my love. It's so good to see you. So let's make toad in the hole. Toad in the hole is basically, well, if you read the description, I did a really detailed description about toad in the hole. It's basically a batter and you bake sausages in it. The sausages are the toads. And it was a way back in the day for people to fill up themselves before they had their main meal, or even they might have it as a main meal or with their main meal. So that way, if they had like a big Sunday roast, for instance, if you had a serving of toad in the hole leading up to it, you were so full that you didn't eat a lot of your Sunday roast, and you were more likely to have leftovers on your Monday and your Tuesday. So a lot of people used to make it purely as a way of making a meal go further. So, but look, I make it the main part of a meal sometimes because I just think it's so yummy. It's so yummy. Hello, Shaz. Shaz is here. So it's like an entire... I keep laughing when you say toad in the hole. I'm so sorry. I didn't cover my hands, but I will wash them again. We do too with mashed peas and onion gravy. Yes, yes, I think most of us do. But I don't know how I'm going to be going up for a main meal in the middle of the day, but we'll see how we get on. But let's do this. Let's start. I'll grab a bowl. We're going to be starting with 100 grams of plain flour in a bowl with 2 eggs and 150 ml of milk. And that's the whole thing. That's the entire batter. It's incredibly simple. I have a pack of 6 thick sausages, which are our toads, which will be going into the batter. Now, first thing we are going to do is, whoops, there's a puppy. Turn on the oven. Now, toad in the hole or any Yorkshire pudding, because the batter is basically a Yorkshire pudding batter. You need to cook it really hot. So it goes in the oven at 220 Celsius. I'm so sorry. I usually have all the conversions worked out before I start the live, but I haven't had a chance to do that yet. But like I said, I'll put it in the description afterwards. So let's get the oven turned on at 220, because that's going to take a little while to get there. And the other thing we need is a bowl. We need a bowl. And I've already lost my glasses again. You know, that's why I was late this morning. There's always something. I had my glasses at 9:29. And then when 9:30 rolled around, do you think I could find them? No, not at all. And so then I rushed down to the bedroom after I had a quick look to get my spare pair, which are here. And I was just about to start the live and realised that these ones I just had hanging down the front of my jumper. So, but there's always something. There's always something. So what do we need? Flour, 2 eggs, and some milk. So we're using plain flour, and I'll grab the milk. And we'll make a start. Where have I put the scales? Ah, there we go. Okay, let's turn you around. We'll bring you here. Hello, Lynxview Acres. Welcome in, my friend from New Zealand. My dear, you need to remind me what your name is. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't remember. I'm usually really, really good with names, but this is not one of those times. Good morning to you. What time is it there? All right. What we are going to do is we are going to put 100 grams of plain flour into the bowl. Now I've got the bowl on the scales here. So even though it looks like I'm eyeballing it, I'm actually not. Okay, that's 100 grams. Now, the other thing with this recipe, you've got to remember there's only 2 of us here. There's me and my daughter. So it's not going to be a massive toad in the hole. It's just a small one for 2. But it's a very, very easy recipe to scale up or down. So if there's 4 of you or 6 of you or 8 of you, you could just scale it up or down quite easily. All right, so now we want 150 ml of milk. So 150. Alrighty, milk is done. Hello, Amanda. Hello, hello. Welcome in, my friend. It's so good to see you. It's Brendan. That's right. It is. I'm so sorry I forgot. I'll blame it on the fact that I'm all dosed up on cold and flu meds. And it is, he was saying the time, 11:48 a.m. So you're an hour ahead of us. Wow. Okay. Oh, let me just sanitize my hands again. Oh no, you're not late, Amanda. You're good. You're good. Now, we need a mug to put the eggs in. So we'll use that one because it's pretty in a can. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? I think it's pretty. I do like Jemima Puddle Duck. All right, 2 eggs. These came out of the laundry, which is where we keep the preserved eggs that we preserved in the spring. And that's why because they are preserved eggs, I always break them into a cup first, just in case. Now, I've never had a bad one, but you can guarantee that if I didn't do this, I'd probably get one. So here's our 2 eggs. And also for anyone who's new here, this isn't a cooking channel. We're not, or not like one of those big fancy cooking channels, you know, I'm not one of those. We're just a little itty bitty homesteading channel with a wonderful, wonderful community. And on Tuesdays, we go for a walk around the farm. And then on the weekend, because usually by the weekend I'm a little bit over farm stuff, I just say it's nice to sort of spend some time indoors. But that's our entire batter. We've sort of done it, you know. 100 grams of flour. 150 ml of milk and 2 eggs. You know something? I think. Ah, there you are, my trusty friend. Egg beater. Let's use that. Rightio. Put that there. Now you probably won't really be able to see the batter. Or maybe just. Toyo says it's 7:47 p.m. EST for me. And Kirsty says an oven temperature of 220 converts to 200 C for a fan oven, and 425 Fahrenheit to 428 Fahrenheit. Gas mark 7. Thank you very, very much, Kirsty, for doing those for me. All righty. Everyone is saying hello to everyone else. Oh, Amanda's saying something here. I tried to hatch a turkey egg one time. The chickens kept kicking it out of the nest. Oh, yeah, yeah. Turkeys, I've never owned turkeys, but from what I understand, they're not very good mothers. Not like, you know, you get broody hens and how chickens tend to make quite good mothers. Turkeys, they're not good. They're not good by all accounts. Alrighty. So I am using this glass dish. The first thing I need to do is I'm putting in a probably about 2 tablespoons worth of extra virgin olive oil. So that'll go in. Now we'll put that in the oven so the oil can heat up. Now the first part of the technique is you need to pre-roast your sausages. So the electric oven isn't quite up to temperature yet. We've got the pan in the oven with some oil. Now in a few minutes we're going to take that pan out. The oil will be hot and we're going to put the sausages into that pan and put it back in the oven. And they will roast, for want of a better word, for about 15 to 20 minutes, okay? Once that has happened, you then take the pan out of the oven, and this batter that we've just made, I'm going to put this in the fridge, so that will make it colder, and you take your incredibly hot pan with your incredibly hot sausages and you pour your cold batter over the top, and then you sling it back in the oven. So let me put this in the fridge. All right. Sorry, that took a moment. I'm running out of room in the fridge. Can you believe it? All right, let's see what the chat is doing. Larry is playing you as well. And Larry's making tacos, I saw. That's awesome. It's been a while since we've had tacos, actually, isn't it? We should make some. Yes, it is, Nicholas. It is the Cobram Estate olive oil. My mum uses oil too. We use lard. It depends. Sometimes I have lard available. This is not one of those days, unfortunately. And I tried to get some because Kevin tends to come up every Friday and help me out with a few little jobs on the farm. And I asked him to see if he could get some, because I did have lard in the fridge when the old fridge died, and I just never got round to getting more of it. So I do need to have some lard. Amanda says, do not believe in vegetable shortening, everyone. Relaxing after a long day, thank you. Oh, you are, Toyo? That's good. How did you do? Did you do well today at work? Hope you managed to earn lots of money. May I suggest we need a suit? May I suggest we need a Susan needs a mic fund? Oh, yeah, look, I'll get one. I'll get one, Amanda. The thing is, my phone is, it would have to be a wireless thing. Someone told me that on the live the other day, because my phone is actually plugged into the battery pack, you see. So, but I did buy something. I'm trying to see the thing I bought. Maybe I put it in the study. Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, I did buy a couple of little things during the week. One of them is a little tool, I suppose, for want of a better word, that will help me with my video filming. So I did do a little YouTube purchase. And then the other thing I bought was the mineral lick. So Kirsty, you must tell Dean, but you and Dean, thank you very much. On my last live on Tuesday, I was talking about how one of our cows appears to be pregnant, which isn't what you want in winter. And so I was saying, I mentioned that I would go to the store and buy a big mineral lick block, which is essentially like a multivitamin, but for cows and sheep and so forth. So I did get that. It's out in the paddock. They got it yesterday. I got Kevin to bring it up. And so they've been having a wonderful time with that. So thank you, Kirsty and Dean, for your little donation, which helped me to purchase that mineral lick. And I mean, look, it could make all the difference between this calf living and not living. I think when it's just too cold here, really, to be having calves in winter. We haven't had much snow, and that's sort of a bit of a blessing, really, in terms of the animals. And in terms of, we didn't get as much hay as we thought we were going to get this year. But, yeah, I think anything I can do that can help her and help all of them is a great thing. So, yeah, I'm really grateful for that. Thank you. Now, let me have a look. Larry is Cobham Estate. I've read that. So, yeah, look, a wireless mic. It's on the list, Amanda. It is, it is, it is. Captain Cornish is putting lots of little custom emoji hearts up. They raised us Americans on it. Oh, there's old Hillbilly, who is Larry. And Larry is the other half of Foraging and Urban Farming, who is Amanda. So we've got Amanda and Larry, and they're both in the chat. Welcome in, my friend. Ah, that's fantastic, Susan. I will let him know. He fell asleep. Oh, that's lovely. Sleep is lovely. I'm glad he's having a good sleep. All right, let's get these sausages prepared. There's not a lot to prepare. We're just going to open the pack and separate them. Where's a knife? We'll use that one. So these will go into the oven and they will roast. And then once they've done that, we'll pour the batter in, which is now chilling in the fridge, and it's going to be fantastic. Now, while everything is cooking, we're going to be prepping the veg for the gravy. And that's not, I mean, it's one onion. It's one onion. So there's not a lot of prep in it. But it's something, and it's yummy, and it goes so well with Toad in the Hole. Kirsty says, Dean always sleeps well. He's the complete opposite of me. Oh. Captain Cornish. Hashtag get Susa to 4,000 watch hours. Well, thank you, Captain Cornish. I think I'm at about 82. Is it 82 or 62? It's one or the other. I'm actually not entirely sure. Let's just take the middle ground there and say 72, shall we? It's either 62 or 82, but I can't remember which. So let's just say it's 72 watch hours. And then I'll have 4,000. It's like, yay! Anyway, what do we need? A cork mat, which isn't there. That's because it's here. Now, in a moment, hopefully, the oven will be at temperature. No, it won't be long. 4,000, yeah, for sure. I know, Kirsty, I am close. Oh, you had a sweater in high school like this one, did you, Amanda? Yeah. I do love my oversized woolly jumpers. Right. Leah says she's just put pumpkins into the oven to prepare a big pot of pumpkin soup while listening to you. Yes, Leah was telling me earlier this morning that she's making pumpkin soup this morning. Now, it was for your church group, wasn't it, Leah? Alrighty. We've got our pan here with the oil in it. And we're going to put our 6 sausages, there we go, in it. Woo! 4, 5, and 6. The other thing I'm going to do, because they are thick sausages, they might explode. So I'm just going to use a knife, prick a couple of holes in each one, just so the air can escape if it needs to, the steam rather. We'll do an extra one in there, and there we go. So I've put 3 little holes in each one. Now this is going to go back into the oven now for 15-20 minutes. So set the timer, because when I'm on lives I get amazingly distracted, which is very easy to do, really. Now, Moni, hello Moni. I tried to come into your live earlier today, but I just missed you. I got in there just as you were ending your live and you were saying goodbye to everyone. And I said, well, I've just got here. And then you said bye. Welcome in, Moni. It's lovely to see you. Heart's Humble Homestead says that sounds lovely to Leah. And I would love one, says Kirsty to Amanda. Yes, you're having a soup lunch at church. Okay, I thought it was. Moni says evening. Just put some beef in the canner. Pancakes for dinner. Glad I caught you for Toad in the Hole. Thank you, Moni. It's so lovely to see. Did you see me there this morning, just as you were ending your live up? My daughter got wild hair yesterday and made clam chowder. Hang on, what? My daughter got a wild hare. Oh, as in hair, or do you mean hair as in like a little jumping rabbit type thing? It's not a rabbit because it's a hare. And then made clam chowder. That sounds awesome. I saw you say hello as I closed the line. You did see me there. I thought you might. Hello, Okies. There's Jason. How are you, my friend? Welcome in, welcome in. Everyone is saying hello to Moni and to Okies Eden. A chowder. Aha. Yeah, I must make a chowder. It's been a long time since I've made one. What is going on? People are retracting comments now. All right, so the sausages, which in this instance are the toad. The sausages are the toad in the Hole. They're in the electric oven and they are roasting. So now what we're going to do is prepare the onion. And really and truly, there's not a lot to prepare. You get an onion and you chop it up. And that's what's so great about this dish. It's so easy. It's so easy. There we go. Can you see? Can you see? Not quite. We've got 15 thumbs up and 16 in the chat. That is good. So let me grab an onion. Now, like I said earlier, there's only 2 of us here. So this isn't like a huge toad in the hole that I'm making. It's just like a small one for 2 people. And even then, like for us, there'll probably be leftovers for tomorrow. I need to sharpen the knife. Alrighty. Kirsty is putting everyone's links up. Thank you very much, Kirsty. Now we are using a brown onion for this. Doesn't matter if you want to use a brown one or a red one. It doesn't really affect the flavour too much at all. Now, can you guys actually see what I'm doing? Now you can, I think. All right. Eggy in a nest. Yes, something like that. All righty. Let us slice an onion. So yeah, I mean, you can clearly see, if you're new here, we're not one of those lovely professional cooking channels. We're just a group of friends who like to spend a bit of time together on a Friday night and a Saturday morning. And we have such a wonderful time. Just sitting and chilling and catching up. Don't like that bit, take that out. Making tacos tonight. Oh, yummy. Yeah, that sounds nice. It's been a while since we've had tacos. Alrighty. Oh my goodness me. Onions. Onions. Ah. Oh. Now, if I'm really prepared, what I do is I top and tail them and take the like the outer layer off before my lives, so all this doesn't happen. Oh, but yes, today's not one of those days. Here she comes now, singing Moni Moni. How are you, Jason? Real life, Susan. Well, yes, it certainly is. There's a lot of real life today. A lot of real life. All right. Some days more than others, if you know what I mean. All righty. We have very, very, very roughly chopped 1 brown onion, which will be the onion in the onion gravy that we're making to go with the toad in the hole. So now what we need is a saucepan. So let me grab a saucepan. Yes, there we go. 1 saucepan. We flip its handle on, and where's the butter gone? There we go. So I'll be putting some butter in the saucepan. It's probably about a tablespoon of, maybe a bit more. And we will be putting that over on the wood stove. We'll melt that butter down. And then to it, we will be adding our onion. Now once we add the onion, we're just going to be stirring that, sauteing it, and until it sort of starts to soften and look nice and golden. That could take 5 to 10 minutes, and that's okay because we've got our toads roasting in the other oven. And we need to make some stock now. So once the onions have cooked, you add stock and flour to it, and that forms your base for your onion gravy. So what do I need? I need okay. Is that enough? Okay. All right. The butter is sizzling away. Spitting all over the stove. And we will add our very roughly diced onion into that. Alrighty, the onion is in. We'll give it a stir. Get all that butter nicely coating the onion. So that's where we're at. And now we just let that do its thing for a little while. So we have our toads in the oven and our onions on that oven. Nothing like a bit of variety. Mexican is good, yes, 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 yes. So as you can see, we really have picked a very easy recipe for today, which is good. Having some water, which is good. And now we just need to wait for a few minutes. How long have we got till our toads are ready? Okay, so our toads, which are in the electric oven roasting, have still got 8 minutes. So when they're ready, we will be pouring in the batter, and that will probably be around the same time as the onion is ready as well. So we've got a few minutes now to just sit and chat, which is really nice because that doesn't always happen on these Saturday morning lives. Sometimes I'm like busy running around. And yeah, you're right. It is nice to do something that's simple for a change. Pardon me, CL is here. Hello, my dear. Welcome in. God, my hair's flat today. I had a shower just before the live. The other reason that I was a bit late starting, apart from not being able to find my glasses, Moni says, I've only heard of toad in the hole. You've never seen it or tasted it. Oh, it's lovely, Moni. It really is. But then, I mean, I grew up with it. My mum made it all the time. And, I just thought it was fantastic. And as I said, you know, it is incredibly filling. It's incredibly filling. Is it nutritious? Probably not. But then, you know, a chocolate bar is not nutritious either. So this is a nice, filling, simple, very much comfort food. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So toad in the hole. Toads in this instance are thick sausages. And then we have a batter that you pour over the sausages. So at the moment, the sausages are in the oven and they're roasting. And you let them roast for about 15 to 20 minutes. The batter we already made. I don't know if you may have come into the live after we made the batter, but the batter is sitting in the fridge chilling. Once the sausages come out, the batter comes out of the fridge, and so you've got these super hot sausages in this pan of really hot oil, and then you pour your chilled batter over the top. So it's the amalgamation of the really hot pan and oil meeting the super cold batter that helps make it rise. So if you had like room temperature batter, some people would say it won't rise as well. So if you have time to chill it in the fridge for a little while, or even overnight, it will help with the rise of the batter. So I'm really looking forward to this. It's going to be super exciting. Give the onions another stir. All right. Oh, chocolate. I said chocolate. Oh, Rocky Road. You had Rocky Road. You know, I haven't had Rocky Road in years. But I like Turkish Delight, the Cadbury's Turkish Delight. And, you know, just the everyday plain chocolate I like. And the occasional Mars bar. But, I mean, I probably have a Mars bar like, I don't know, twice a year, maybe 3 times. We don't have a lot of it, but when I have it, oh, so good, so good. Keeping the onions moving so it doesn't burn. So as you can see, there's not a lot to this. Oh, you like Turkish delight too. Now, who in the chat, if anyone, has ever made real Turkish delight? Not like the Cadbury's chocolate bar thing. I have this recipe that someone gave me years ago for, in inverted commas, real Turkish delight. And, you know, I'm tempted. I want to give it a go. I don't know if I'd like it. Oh, you've seen it made. No, you've never had it either, CL. Maybe we'll have to give that a go sometime. I think it'd be quite interesting. Yeah, my daughter's nodding. She's saying, yeah, let's give it a go. Giving the onions a bit more of a stir here. Now, I read somewhere, and it was a long time ago, so bear with me on this, that back in the day, Turkish delight was actually made as a medicine. I wonder if I'm just making that up. I could be. I need to look it up. And obviously, if I do it as a live or as a video, I will be doing all that research ahead of time. It's just something that came up now, so I'm sort of like thinking on the fly. You've never had Turkish delight? Oh my God. Oh, Kirsty says, I have made elderflower Turkish delight. My mum loved it. Ooh. Louis, hello Louis, how are you, my friend? Kirsty, did you make it with the flowers or with the berries? Oh, thank you, Louis. Louis says, I just gave you a like. Thank you very much, sweetheart. I greatly appreciate that. Because I do have in the pantry, Kirsty, I have a jar of elderberry seeds, I suppose. What have I got? Okay. All right, so Kirsty. So I've got the elderberry berries, and I also have a bottle of elderberry cordial. But this bottle, well, it's getting old. You can see there's sediment at the bottom. This bottle's probably about 3 years old, and I don't know whether to actually try it or not, because I don't usually let them get to 3 years old. But when I was doing a little bit of a pantry clean the other day, I rediscovered it and pushed right to the back, and I thought, oh, bugger. So yes, I don't know, do you reckon I should still use it? And could I use it making Turkish delight? All right. The timer has gone off. So we have here our batter, which has been chilling in the fridge. So I'll pop that down there. And I'll turn you around for a moment. We're going to get the sausages. Oh, can you hear that sizzle? Woo, it's getting hot. Okay, so they have been roasting. We get our chilled batter and we just pour it around the sausages, or the toes in this instance. So in and around it goes. Oh, that's silly of me. I should have done it the other way so you could actually watch it going in. I can hear the sausages whistling as the steam escapes them. As long as they don't explode on me, we'll be right. Okay, so now we have our sausages and the batter is in there. Look, see that? That's what you want. Cold batter, super hot oil. So that is basically done. We are going to set the timer for 35 minutes. There we go. Timer is set. Oh no, Louis, what happened? Louis says I'm doing pretty good. Just to let you know, I am no longer on Facebook or Instagram for the time being. Oh no, that's terrible, Louis. Although I did have that happen to me once a couple of years ago. Not Instagram, because I don't really do Instagram, but the Facebook account got shut down. And I had to do something, like there was some process I needed to go through to fix it up. And yeah, and it worked, and I still have a Facebook page, so it's all good. But I hope you could get it fixed, Louis. That would be terrible. Larry is saying hello to everyone. He says he's watching in the background because Larry is making tacos. Now I think our onion, it's starting to just become a little bit opaque and some of the pieces are browning off, which is lovely. So what we need to do now is, do I want to add a pinch? No, I'll add a pinch of salt to it. There we go. Bit of salt. Stir that through. Okay. And then the next thing we need to do is stir in some flour. So where did I put the flour? Over here. So we're adding, I'm going to add plain flour to it and a tablespoon. So 1 tablespoon of plain flour. So it's a fairly flat tablespoon. We'll mix that flour through so it gets to bind with the onion. Now, of course, adding the flour to it does dry it out, so it's important to keep it moving. We're just going to do that for about 1 minute, and then we're going to add stock to it. Alrighty. I reckon that's 1 minute. What do you think? Alrighty. Now we are going to add our 250 ml of beef stock. Now I've just put half of it in at the moment. Give it a bit of a stir, and then I'll add the second half. Here we go. Oh, yummy. All right, so the stock is in. And really, the onion gravy, I suppose, is more complicated than the actual toad in the hole itself. But, you know, you could do everything at a nice relaxed pace. And that's what you want with home cooking, isn't it? Is everything happening at a nice relaxed pace. Now, next, I'm going to be putting some some mustard and some Worcestershire sauce in with that as well. So let me grab those from the fridge. Oh, okay. All right. We have Dijon mustard and some Worcestershire sauce. And we are going to add about a teaspoon of Worcestershire. Now I'm just going to eyeball this. Yeah. All right. So that is roughly a teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. And then next we add about half a teaspoon of Dijon or English mustard. Or, I mean, really, whatever mustard you like. Add the mustard that you like. Also, I'm probably adding a teaspoon of mustard, not half a teaspoon. So a teaspoon of Worcestershire and a teaspoon of mustard. Okay. And then we'll mix it through. Alrighty. All right. And of course you can add salt and pepper to it if you like. But let me see. how. Alrighty. Oh, there's Victoria. Hello, Victoria. Welcome in. And Honey Badger. Hello, my friends. Is Raccoon here as well? Mental Raccoon Glass. Who is Justin? It is Justin, isn't it? Yes. Welcome in, my friends. It's lovely to see you. Today we are making Toad in the Hole. And what that is basically sausages in batter, which you then bake in the oven. So the sausages, or the toads, had their 20 minutes in the oven to roast, and we made a batter which sat in the fridge to get super cold, and then once they had their 20 minutes, we pour the cold, super cold batter over the super hot sausages and fling them back in the oven for 35 minutes. Now, we're also making an onion gravy, because traditionally onion gravy is what you have with Toad in the Hole. So we have got that going on as well. I do apologise, I'm still sick. Honestly, coming up to 5 weeks now. So I'm not as sort of woohoo as I could be. And I'm not as pre-prepared as I could be as well. Which is why I have to keep running around and getting things from fridges and saucepans from cupboards and drawers and things like that. So, yeah. But it's okay. It's okay. Victoria says, mustard and Worcestershire sauce. You've made my eyes open wide and my ears perk up. I like both of those condiments. Yes, 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 me too. I do like them as well. Honey Badger says, thank you, Hearts Humble. Kirsty, who is Hearts Humble Homestead, is busy putting up everyone's links. Oh, Justice says, I'm sorry, hopefully that sickness lifts soon. It has to, surely. 4 to 5 weeks of feeling like this now. So, and doing the lives really takes it out of me some weeks. You know, I sort of sit down and have a huge coughing fit when it's all over. But yeah, look, it'll get there. It'll get there. Thank you very much, though, for your good wishes. I do appreciate that. Let's see how this is getting on. We're going to keep it stirring, keep it moving. It's it's at a very low boil, I suppose. So it is bubbling gently, and that's sort of what you want. The steam will evaporate some of the liquid, so the 250 ml or the 1 cup of stock that we put in there will reduce as it cooks. So hopefully the gravy will be a nice thick gravy. So we'll just give it a stir, keep it moving, and we'll check this. Oh wow. Okay, hush, hush. Now where's my hand sanitizer? One thing about a farm, we've got soap and water in the sink, and you've got hand sanitizer as well. You have everything everywhere, because you never know when an animal's going to do something untoward. Now let me see if I can turn you round. Hang on a tick. All right, if I do that, we'll bring you over here. Now look, the oven could be cleaner. There's our toads in the hole. You can see the sausages poking up there. Oh, Katie, hello, Katie. Good to see you, my friend. So that's them. And then if we come over here, There's our onion gravy. Bubbling away. You can see there's some steam, so there's some evaporation happening, which is thickening up the gravy. And then I'll bring you back around here and we'll flip you around again. And you're looking at me again. There we go. All right. There we go. So let's give this, we'll keep stirring it. Smells nice. There we go. Moni says kind of like sausages and pancake batter. Oh, yes, but without the maple syrup, Moni. I don't know. I think if someone in the UK put maple syrup on Toad in the Hole, it would probably be greeted with the same horror as, let me see, what's something comparable. You know how they say spaghetti, the dry packet spaghetti that you buy, that you don't break it up? And if you were to do that, all Italians across the globe would just like recoil in absolute horror at what you've done. Do you know that? I reckon if you were to pour maple syrup over Toad in the Hole, it would probably be received with that level of horror. But it's an interesting thought. No, it's not actually, no. Maple syrup on sausages? No. Oh, Louis, you're back in the chat. I'm glad. Still sick. I know I am, Moni. I'm sorry. Well, you know, it's not like I'm doing it on purpose. It just sort of ends up that way. Victoria says, is that a snowman canister stacked above the oven? Oh, yeah, look, it is. It is, Victoria. It's our winter. And normally in our winter, we get quite a bit of snow. But it's been a very mild winter and we haven't had any snow. So, yes, it is. Because, you know, there should be snow. There you go. There you go. They're meant to be inside one another. They all stack inside. But yeah, no, it's very cute. And on the other side of the canister, it's got Santa Claus. There we go. Let's put you back here. So our Toad in the Hole has 19 minutes to go. And then we have the gravy going as well. I could take you outside onto the veranda for a few minutes. Would you like to go out onto the front veranda for a little while? And we can have a look at our amazing view. Oh no, Moni, that's quite okay. That's quite okay. We were teasing you. It's okay. It's all good. Truly, truly, truly. See, Leah Williams says, no, not sausages. Jason Okies Eden put maple syrup on when he made it. No. Okies. Did you do Toad in the Hole and then put maple syrup on it? Seriously? No, that's not how it's done at all. Do it again. Do it again, my friend. But without the maple syrup. Oh, yeah, for sure. We all have different tastes. That's exactly right too, Kirsty. Onion is good for you when you are sick. Quite right. Hush. No, okay. Sometimes that works. Shall we go and sit outside for 17 minutes? And we'll take in the view and we will come back. What do you say? Where can I put everything? Let me put my battery pack here in my pocket. We have 23 thumbs up. Oh, yeah. Oh, we're not going for a big walk, Moni, trust me. We are just going out onto the front veranda so you can take in the view. And I don't know if Victoria's seen the view before. Oh, US sells maple flavoured sausages. Okay. Okay. Well, I suppose I put maple syrup on chicken sometimes. Well, let me show you a sleeping dog. Okay. Sleeping dog. All right, let us go. Oh, excuse all the mess. No, says Kirsty. I know, he's such a good boy. All right. We're out the door. Look at this. It's not exactly a snowy winter, is it? Oh. Oops. You know, I just realised I accidentally slammed the door, so I've probably woken him up now. My daughter's going to be so upset with me later. It looks like spring here. Oh, look, you can see, Dora, over there, all the wattles are coming into flower. Now, they don't normally come into flower till September. This is our new veggie garden space. I've got some grand ideas for this space. It is 50 by 30 metres. We just had it fenced off at the end of autumn, but then it got sort of too wet to do much, so we haven't done much. Yeah, it's flowering up where you are as well. Wow, okay. So this is going to be the new veggie garden space. It's quite big, 30 by 50 metres, and hopefully it will provide, oh look, I'd like to say at least 85% of our yearly food, all our fruit and veg and stuff. Oh, I probably do actually, Kirsty, you're right, but I came out without one, so we're just going to have to deal with it. And there's the view. Look, Victoria. Look, 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 look. But anyway, I was thinking, because I've been doing a lot of research, especially because I've been inside more than normal due to being sick. And I've been doing a lot of research about food and growing food and all that type of thing. Oh, gorgeous scenery. Thank you, Victoria. Thank you, CL. Yeah, I bet you would appreciate some cooler weather too. Oh, there's Chris. Chris, who is, his handle is Kenneth Wilkinson, but he's actually Chris. Welcome in, Chris. It's good to see you. We have 13 minutes till our toad in the hole is due to come out of the oven. So I thought while we were waiting, we would come out and have a look at this incredible winter's day. Yeah, it's probably only about 4 degrees, I think, Kirsty, Celsius. So it's not particularly hot. It's probably what, about 33 Fahrenheit or thereabouts, which isn't the best when you're not well. All right, let me pop you down here for a tick, and I'll keep telling you about my plan for the garden. So the plan for that garden that space that we just looked at there, is to, because the old veggie garden was very small, and while it met our needs at the time, it didn't always provide enough food to get us through the entirety of autumn and winter. You know that bit, they call it the hungry patch. You know, you're sort of like between growing seasons. So I wanted to be able to ramp up the amount of produce that we can put away for the winter and the summer. For the winter and the summer? For the autumn and the winter. Now let me just angle you, I think. Is that better? Oh, I need to make it higher. So yeah, I wanted to ramp up the amount of produce that we could do. And the other thing I want to do is to grow herbs within that space. And some of those will be culinary herbs, but there will also be medicinal herbs. Now, going back to what I was talking about just a few minutes ago, because I've been sick for like 4 to 5 weeks now, it does sound great. And I'm good at planning things, so I really hope I could get this happening. I've spent a lot more time inside and watching YouTube videos and reading books and doing research. And that's partly because I'm just tired. And it's partly because I'm trying to plan this new garden. You still can't see me properly, can you? I'm trying to plan this new garden. And so the garden is going to have vegetables in it, clearly, for eating while it's fresh, but a lot more to put away. And then we're going to have culinary herbs, and we're going to have some medicinal herbs. Now, while I've been sick, I've been watching a lot of stuff, and I've been reading a lot of books, and I've been doing a lot of research about food as medicine. I do think that nature provides everything that we need to be healthy. And of course, prevention is always going to be better than cure. Hopefully I've not left the run too late, but I'm really interested in the whole concept of food as medicine. Louis says, I love fall and winter and the changing colors of the leaves. Yes. Oh, it's a beautiful, beautiful time, Louis. You're quite right. Moni says, I just talked about that this afternoon. Oh man, I wish I'm going to have to go back and watch your live, Moni. That's the one I just caught the end of, yeah? So yes, I'm really interested in the whole idea of food as medicine. So during the course of the growing season, not only will we be putting away a lot of things and canning things, and there'll be a lot of garden videos at that point, but I want to look at starting to do more medicinal herbs and simple treatments and tinctures and medicines and things like that, because I do think that the healthier you are, the better off you are at fighting these bugs. Now, I've been getting more and more run down, but and then we got the new puppy and I wasn't sleeping well, and because he was up all the time. And look, sometimes sickness just happens. But I've decided, well, I think I've decided to call the garden the pharmacy, but spelt F-A-R-M as in farm, but pharmacy. So that new little space is going to be the pharmacy, because food is medicine, and I'm going to be growing food and medicinal herbs and culinary herbs. So it's going to become the pharmacy. It's going to make us healthy. That's the theory anyway. Yeah, you think that's a good idea, Kirsty? I've been thinking about it for a few days. I thought pharmacy is a good play on words, especially because we are, in fact, on a farm. So, yeah, great. Everyone likes that idea? Oh, okay. I'm going to have a look at that, Moni. Thank you. I mean, when your live was finishing, it was like 6 o'clock in the morning for me. Louis says it doesn't snow very much in Texas, but when it does, it's very pretty. Victoria says that will be extremely beneficial for you to have. For sure it will be. How many minutes we got? Okay. Yes, so I'm looking forward to that. We've still got another month of winter. Moo, yes, hello. Hello, Ernie. That was the bull. Yes. I'll show him to you in a moment. So we're going to be growing this new space called the pharmacy. And look, I'm just so excited about it. But everything's starting to dry off a little bit now. So we're going to be bringing in we've got to get in. I'm so sorry. Extra compost and stuff that we need for the garden that we couldn't bring in before because late autumn and early winter was incredibly wet. And like my driveway is so sloppy and wet at the moment that if you don't have a four-wheel drive, you wouldn't be able to get in. So it's pretty wet. There's no way I could actually have any deliveries brought up. So I just need to sort of wait till everything dries off. I was hoping to get it all set up before the winter, but the rains came earlier than we were expecting them, so it just didn't happen. But it'll get there. Like all things, you know, they say good things come to those who wait. It'll get there. So that's my plan. Victoria wants to watch Kirsty has Kirsty has put up the link to Moni's live. So thank you very much, Kirsty, and thank you very much, Moni, for mentioning it. Oh, that sun is nice though, let me say. And let me turn you around so you can see the view. You don't want to be looking at me. You want to be looking at the view. All right, there we go. There we go, look at that. Victoria said, I clicked over, saved it and returned. Thank you very much for sharing the link a couple of times. Oh, yes, absolutely it is. In the mornings, when I first get up, Moni, it's usually still dark outside and our sunrise is over there. And quite often I will come outside and I will sit and have a glass of water and a cup of coffee as the sun rises to get your circadian rhythm into balance, you know. You need a good 10 minutes at least. Oh, there's some cows, look. A good 10 minutes. Hello, children. There they are. Really go down there because I haven't got the moo. And there's a very noisy crow. Moo. Yes, that's right. So yeah, they say that you should have about 10 minutes at least of daylight when you first get up. So within 30 minutes of getting up, you should try and get about 10 minutes minimum of daylight is the recommended amount. And they also say that you should have a glass of water before you have your first coffee of the day. Because when you first wake up, you first wake up, you're dehydrated because you've been fasting all night while you're asleep. And so your blood is very thick and very viscous, which means your blood pressure is high and all that sort of thing, and your heart's working harder because your blood's so thick. So if you believe all the research and stuff, you get up, you get your 10 minutes of sunshine or light at least, throw back a cup of water, and then I have my cup of coffee. So yeah, I'm trying to get into new habits which will improve my health. So I have been drinking water before a cuppa, and I try to alternate it. It's easier in the summer than in winter. Absolutely, Kirsty. Absolutely. Well, it's time for us to head inside and take our toad in the hole out. All right, there we go. There's the view. We'll have a look at the view as we walk back inside. I'm going to probably wake the dog up once again. Yeah, look, there is some logic to it. You know, having your water first before coffee. Oh, alrighty. Are we ready, folks? Turn you around. Oh, horrendous. Okay. Let us go and take these toads out of the oven. No, wrong way, wrong way. There we go. Okay. There we go. Oh, I could smell them. I don't know if that's a good thing. All right. What do I need? Where's the cloth? Okay. Wow. Let me turn the light on and I'll move you over so you can actually see how it looks. Oh, you're more than welcome. Victoria, that's absolutely fine. We'll give our gravy a bit of a stir. Truthfully, it probably hasn't reduced as much as it could have done, but that's because we were sitting out the front. Oh, yes, that's right. Having some sort of electrolyte in that first water of the day is probably fairly important. And that doesn't have to be like a purchase thing. You could just get like a pinch of salt, for instance, would help. That would be something. A little pinch, not even enough that you could taste it, but it would help to replenish some of the minerals and things that you've lost during the night while you've been asleep. No, you don't want to rely on doctors unless you have to. Drum roll, please. Yes, okay. Let me bring you over here, and then we'll turn you around. Da, 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 da. Now, it wasn't a huge, it was 2 eggs, okay? Now, if I had doubled the batter would probably go higher up and around the sausages, which are the toads. I'm just reading the chat. Okay, so we'll let that sit there for a moment. Here's our gravy, bubbling away. And then I'll bring you back here, flip that round, put that there. Now, are you going to have some toad in the hole? Yeah. Okay. We are going to serve up. Give this another stir. And we get to eat some toad in the hole now. How exciting. Oh, okay. Plates, 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 plates. Right. So we'll turn you around so you can see me chopping it up. Like that. I'll get some of the bits and pieces out of the way. And there we go, that's what I want. It looks wonderful, Susan. I'll have to make it soon. It is usually a winter food for us as well. Alrighty. How many toads would you like? Okay. Alrighty. So that's sort of what we're looking at. Like I said, if you wanted to double the amount of batter and maybe put in 4 eggs or 3 eggs, it would go a lot higher. But there's only the 2 of us here, so I'm happy with that. So that will be for my daughter. And then there'll be another one here for me. Now, I am having, oh, Kitty, hello. The cat's come to have a look. And that's my one. Now, I could tell you with absolute certainty, my daughter, she's not a big fan of onion gravy, so she's going to be having tomato sauce. Kitty, what are you doing? What are you doing? Yes. Right, so let's get the tomato sauce out of the fridge. Some of our homemade tomato sauce. You can probably hear all the cats. It's their feed time, you see. So get a nice big spoonful of tomato sauce or tomato ketchup, also known as tomato ketchup. Oh, wait, stay away from my water. There we go. All right. Yummy. This is going to be so good. And then knife and a fork for you. And then we need to get some gravy for me. Being a kitty. Oh, bangers and mash, Susan. Yes, yes, we do that too. We do that too. Alrighty. So here's our onion gravy. Can't really see it that well. Okay. Yours is here whenever you're ready. And we are going to pour you're right, pour some of this over some of that. Oh, yes. And I'm going to put this back on the stove. It could probably thicken a little bit more. And when we have leftovers later, it will be absolutely perfect. Do you wish me to take the dog? No? Okay. All right. What's bangers and mash? Yes, yes. It's sausages and mashed potato. Monty? And that's why when you cook your sausages, you like stab a few little holes in them, because if you don't, they go bang. And they can explode in your oven, which is never a good thing. Now, shall we give it a try? Oh, Victoria says my mum had a cat that would sneak a drink of her coffee. Now I'm just going to wipe my nose here because it's running like a tap. Then I'll wash my hands. Keep an eye on my food so no cats steal it. Oh, there we go. Woo, that water's cold. It's almost freezing. Well, it probably is freezing actually. As it gets so cold here, the water pipes freeze up sometimes. And it was so cold this morning. The nights have been getting into the minus. So it has been getting cold. So there we go. I've got a bit of onion gravy on it now. So let's give it a taste test. Yum, yum, yum. Oh. Mm. Oh. I love, love, love a good Yorkshire pudding batter. What are the summer temperatures here? Look, where I am, we might get to 30 degrees Celsius, maybe 5 to 6 times a year. In Mansfield, which is down the hill from us, they can get into the 30s, I don't know, 20 times a year in summer. But where I am, being in the Alpine region, I'm up the mountain. So I am at about 1,010 elevation. So good. So because we're so elevated, it doesn't get as hot here. When it does get hot, it's usually about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and then if you're lucky, by 6 o'clock, it's starting to get colder again. Oh, this is so good, guys. But having said that, this has not been a normal year at all. We've been in drought, and it's also been a lot hotter than normal. A bit like you guys in the Northern Hemisphere, you've all been experiencing incredible heat waves. And for us, last summer was much hotter than a normal summer. Pardon me, I've got the hiccups going on now as well as everything else. And even autumn was a lot milder, was a lot hotter, sorry, than it normally would be. Oh no, it is tasty, Moni. Truly is. So we're really worried about, because where we are in the mountains, bushfires or wildfires, as some of you call them, is a thing. And I am a little bit concerned about going into the coming summer. Fires have got very close to this property. It's got on this property before. Oh, this is so good. And one year, the house actually did sustain some damage from falling embers. And it was, sheer luck and, grace of God that the whole house didn't go up. Incredibly lucky. So, yeah, we're just going to see what this summer brings. Hopefully it will be a cool one and not a hot one. CL says, we've had a warm winter this year. Summer has been very humid, and so far it's been a quiet hurricane season, so I'm okay with the humidity. Now, it's been a quiet hurricane season, CL. Is that because of the humidity? Like, are hurricanes less likely to happen if it's a dry summer as opposed to a humid summer? Is that how it works? I'm so sorry I'm sitting here eating in front of you. Oh, there we go. Kirsty has put up a link called Susan's Nature's Comeback, a landscape shaped by fire. That was a video I did like about almost 2 years ago. And in that video, there are photos, which even if you don't watch the rest of the video, link to it and scroll through till you see the photos. But there's a photo of this house with all the flames up behind it. And that photo, I think, ended up making the front cover of the paper, the newspaper. And then there's another photo within the group where, you know, when we do our Tuesday lives and we walk around the farm and we go up to the top of the paddock there and we look down the pasture towards the house and over the house. It's taken from that point, and everything is just black and singed and burnt. And there right in the middle is this house, gleaming and white, sitting there. Amazing photos. Even if you don't watch the whole video, you've got to watch it just for those photos. But I hope I never have to see anything like that. You're going, Toyo. Thank you so much for being here, my love. I hope you have a wonderful evening and a great night's sleep. Oh, it does look tasty, says Dora. It is. But I feel so rude eating in front of you all. Oh, yummy. I think I need more onion gravy. I think I might get some more. Mmm. Mmm. Am I being rude eating in front of you? Oh, you'll take a look, Victoria. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. In fact, what I might do, no, maybe I won't. Might be tempting fate. I was going to say I should post it to the, as a members post one of those photos. Kirsty agrees with me too. More gravy. More gravy. Yum. Kirsty, thank you. Kirsty has just sent through a gift membership and Victoria got it. Oh, well done, Victoria. I'm so excited it's gone to you. That's awesome. Well done, and thank you very much, Kirsty, for doing that. Oh, I do hope I'm not being rude. I'm just sitting here having my lunch with you all now. Oh, Kirsty says, I was really hoping you'd get it, Victoria. And she did. That's so awesome. Victoria says, thank you for the membership, Kirsty. Oh, yummy. Okay. Haven't even made a coffee yet. I should put I'll put the kettle across. Oh, there we go. Open the vent up. So, guys, with our Saturday lives, as you know, we do savoury on a Saturday 1 week, and then the following week we do something that's sweet. So I'm not entirely sure what we're going to do yet for next week. I was considering making lamingtons, but two things. One, I've never made them before. And the second thing is, when I actually looked at how you make them, I thought that's going to be way too messy for live. So I'm thinking I'll still make lamingtons sometime in August, but I'm actually going to film it as a video that we can upload, which is great and all, but then it does leave me with the problem of what are we going to make next week? I know Louis's got his grandmother's pie, but I'm yet to get hold of some pecans, so I can't make that one. Dora mentioned Rocky Road. But it would have to set in the fridge, Kirsty. Would it have enough time to set? I mean, clearly we have some time, but do we have enough? 27 thumbs up. Thank you very much, everyone. I can't believe you're giving me thumbs up while I eat my lunch in front of you. We're getting through it. Pepper, the black cat, she's here at my feet watching. Desperately hoping that I'll throw her a tidbit of something, or a bit of random onion, which she doesn't know that she can't have. She's hoping something will fall. There she is. There's Pepper. Hello. Gosh, she must be getting a fair age now. She's 17 or 18 years old. Yes, yes you are. Yes you are. Yes. Meow. Oh, Victoria says, what is Rocky Road? Okay, well, Rocky Road as I know it, Victoria, is it's like chopped up nuts and marshmallows, and you put it in a tray and then you like pour chocolate over it and you let it set. So that's the Rocky Road that I grew up with, but different countries might have different versions of it too. Oh, come here, Truffle. I was trying to get the other kitty to show you, Victoria, but kitty, come here. Come here. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Hello? No, no, it's not going to happen. All right, almost. We are almost at the end of no, we got a doggy though. Whoops. Lives reconnecting. Come on, kitty. Out the way. All done. And it was wonderful. I know, you're a cat. Oh, Dean said hi, Susan. He's woken up for a drink. Now, let me see if I can. Hang on. Kitty. Where are you? Okay, there you are. Hey. Hello. She's not in a play mood today. So what did you think of Toad in the Hole? Did you enjoy that? Oh, Honey Badger says, I took the beags for a walk. Ah, okay, your beagle. I enjoyed that immensely. Shall we go sit back outside? Kirsty says hello to Truffle. Yeah, it does sound delicious, doesn't it, Victoria? Oh, Kitty says, oops, too late for a bite. Yes. Yes. Now I'm going to hide this. Oops, excuse me, Pepper. Thank you. Yes. I'm going to hide this under here where the cats cannot get to it. And I think what we will do is go and sit back out the front for a little bit. Please put a coat on this time, Susan. Ah, yes, okay. Let me grab a coat. And I should probably get a beanie as well. One coat, one beanie. My favourite beanie. The dog ran off with this the other day. I was so lucky that he didn't put any holes in it. He thought it was fantastic fun. He wagged his tail very enthusiastically. He's saying, look what I've got, Mummy. And I thought, no, not my favourite beanie. All right. Oh, there we go. The beanie is on. How are we looking? That doesn't look too bad. Hello, my little man. All right, let's bring the little man over. Oh, all right. He's getting so heavy. There he is. Hey, little man. Hello, my little man. Look at you. I'm sure you're much bigger than you were last Saturday when I did this. Is he getting bigger? Ah, hey, there he is. There he is. 15, is he 15 weeks? Or coming up to 16? Might be coming up to 16 weeks. So he was born on a Monday. So I think this coming Monday he will be 16 weeks old, I'm fairly certain. Oh, he is a big guy. He's getting so heavy. Wow. Yes, you are. You're so heavy. You're so heavy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes. Yes. All right. We'll put him down now. Give him to his other mother. There we go, darling. All right. That was fun. His face is filling out. It is, isn't it? All right. Battery pack goes in the pocket. Make sure I got my glasses so I could see you all. Oh, alrighty. Let us wander that way. Oh, I never did make that cup of coffee. Oh, well, it's all right. I can have one later. There we go. Back outside this beautiful, beautiful autumn, winter's day. Beautiful winter's day. And I feel nice and satisfied now. My tummy was grumbling quite often in the mornings. Not immediately when I get up, because when I first get up, the routine is you wee the dog as soon as you're able. Like, so you get out of bed and you run to the back door. So you get to watch him go to the toilet before you could do anything else. And then I come in, I feed the cats. I feed the wood stove by putting wood in it and make myself a glass of water. And then I'll come out here and I'll watch the sunrise in my glass of water. And then usually by that point, the kettle's boiled. So I'll make myself a cuppa, come back out. And then after that, I feed the cows and the sheep and the chickens. And once all that's done, well, then I tend to go inside and have some porridge. Oh, let me lift you up again so you can actually see me. Yes, I have some porridge quite often for, well, it's more like a brunch really. Okay, what keeps beeping? Oh, the timer's in my back pocket and I'm sitting on it. There we go. At least I didn't break it. So yes, I have a big bowl of porridge with fruit and Moni. I do add maple syrup to it. Oh, Maisie Moo is never the first up. She has a sleep in. Always the cats first. Yeah. Well, look, I'll be honest. You're probably right in that it is usually the cats that get up first. In fact, they usually end up waking the dog because they start sort of like piling on the bed and they're trying to get me up because they want their breakfast. And of course, the dog's bed is on the floor next to my bed. And with 3 cats wandering around anxiously trying to wake me, it also wakes him. So then I have to leap out of bed. And once he's awake, like you've got to take him to the toilet like instantly, because he still hasn't learned to, he can't hang on that well yet. Some days he can, some days he can't. And first thing in the morning is one of those times when you just want to get him out there as soon as you can. So I race him to the back door and we launch ourselves on the back lawn and he could just happily wee and poo himself to death. And he has a great time and it's wonderful. Very cold. But yeah, it's a nice time of day. It's a busy time of day. Doing lots of little things. Getting the stove going, getting the water hot. And then the porridge, I have that soaking from the night before. But because I knew I was going to have a big lunch today, I didn't make myself a big pot of porridge. So normally I use like proper rolled oats. I don't use the little sachets of instant oats because there's a lot of sugar and stuff in those. And from what I've read, from what I understand, those little sachets of instant oats, the instant porridge, they've been processed to such a point that there really isn't a lot of goodness in them anymore. So I prefer when I can to do proper rolled oats, and I'll put that on the stove in a saucepan the night before I go to bed, and let it soak in water, and then in the morning I just turn the stove on, or put it on the wood stove and make my porridge. It's very nice. But I thought I'm going to be doing toad in the hole today, and I cannot have a huge bowl of porridge and then end up doing a huge plate of toad in the hole. So I was starting to feel really hungry. But no, it's good. It's good. It's good. I'm not hungry now. It's wonderful. And this sun, it's really lovely. It's actually really nice sitting out here. I am glad I've got the coat, Kirsty. Thank you for reminding me. And the beanie. Don't know if I actually need the beanie, if I'm honest. But it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. You know what I mean? And I can hear a frog. Can you hear that? It's just behind me somewhere. There it is. So, yeah, lots of frogs chirping, croaking. You're welcome. They're expensive for the size. Yeah, they are, aren't they? Yeah, very much. It's funny. I've sent off. Oh, today's our 1st of August, which means on the 1st and the 15th of each month is when I upload my next article to Buy Me a Coffee. And when I upload to Buy Me a Coffee, I always put the link on the community page of my YouTube channel. So I will be uploading an article later this afternoon to that community page. But the whole reason I thought of that is because I wanted to tell you about the latest story that I just sent off. So when the articles hit Buy Me a Coffee, oh, you did hear the frog. Oh, that's so good. You should be here at night time, Victoria. I can't get over it. It's like, it's so cold. It's like -2, and even when it's snowing, it can be snowing some winters, some years. And at night time you come out and all you can hear is frogs. And I think surely it's too cold for them. I don't understand how there could be so many frogs when it's snowing, for instance. It's always amazed me that. I might look into it. But anyway, I'm glad you heard it. So the latest story that I sent off to my editor of the newspaper was a story that I wrote on wombats. And as you know, if you come into my Tuesday lives, which would be Monday night for a lot of you guys, when we walk around the farm, we do come across a lot of wombat holes. And wombats quite often will come up in the discussion. And so I thought I would write a story about a wombat. The beanie, no, my love. Alas, knitting and crocheting is not one of my talents. I really wish it was. It was my mum's gift. My mum had many gifts, but my mum, in fact, could do anything. Any craft, anything she wanted to turn her hand to, she could read a book and then make it. She was good at making stuff. But no, this one actually came from the op shop about 4 years ago. And I do have other beanies, but this is really the one that you'll see me in more often than not because I love it so much. It's got all my favorite colors in it, all the autumn tones. Oh, dear me, I am sorry. So, yes, what was I saying? Wombats. So I wrote a story on wombats. Oh, thank you, Kirsty. It is gorgeous. It's lovely, isn't it? Thank you, Victoria. I wrote a story on wombats and I sent it off. Now, with my stories, I try to make them... With the wombat one, there's a little bit of sort of like scientific info about the wombat as a species, as a type. But then there is a funny story which is sort of woven through that. So that's not the one that will be uploaded today, because I don't upload them until after the newspaper has put them to print, because I don't want them to turn around and say, you can't do that because we ran it in the paper. I don't think that's safe. I mean, they don't pay me. I don't get paid for the stories. So because I don't get paid for them, I don't have an issue with uploading them to Buy Me a Coffee. If they were paying me, I might have some issues from them if I was uploading them, but they don't, so I do. But I still allow them to have a good fortnight before I will upload to Buy Me a Coffee. So it's probably going to be like 4 weeks until you get to read the wombat story. But God, it's a funny one. So I've sent that off. And then I've also done a story on thistles, which again is like the farmer's trauma with the thistles in the paddocks. And it's sort of like, again, there's a bit of scientific info in there, but I've made it a funny one. But the other one that I've written, which will go in the paper, is all about porridge. See, there was a link there. There was a link there. It was talking about porridge. So I wrote this story about porridge, and I'm going to do a video on it as well. And I think it's going to be a fantastic thing. So I'm going to make porridge on a video, and I'm going to talk about the history of porridge. And Kirsty, I bought a spurtle. Now, many of you are probably going, what the hell is a spurtle? So apparently in Scotland, the home of porridge, is it the home of porridge? The home of porridge, the alleged home of porridge. They have this implement called a spurtle, which is basically a stick, but it's got like ridges and things at one end. And that's the end that you use in your pot of porridge. So when you're stirring your porridge on your stovetop, on the hob, if you're doing it correctly, you're supposed to use a spurtle. And everyone says, and when I say everyone, I mean people in Scotland, everyone says that if you stir your porridge with a spurtle, then it tastes better and the texture is better than stirring it with a spoon. So I've ordered one. It hasn't arrived yet, but I've ordered one and I'm really excited to get it. Of course, it's coming from Scotland. Amazingly overpriced for a stick with ridges in it. But in the interest of science, I need to test this. I need to see if it does, in fact, improve the taste and texture of my porridge. And I have written an article, and it's going to be so fun. Well, not it's going to be, it is. It's so funny. And hopefully the video that accompanies it will be funny as well. And you'll all get to see my spurtle. Won't that be cool? So yes, because I've been spending a lot of time inside, I've just been sitting there writing articles. So I've got about 5 or 6 articles in front now. Oh, let me see what the chat's saying. You're looking forward to it, Kirsty? Thank you. Tommy Russell. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I keep coughing. It's so good to see you, Tommy Russell. Welcome in. I do apologize. I'm still not well. Tommy Russell says, got your comment on the TGE balloons, but it won't let me reply. The TGE balloons. There we go. Kirsty says a spurtle is a traditional 15th century Scottish wooden stick used to stir porridge, soups, and stews. Its slim, round, and rod design prevents lumps and keeps the oats from breaking and sticking. Yes, so I bought one. And I'm waiting for it to arrive. It has been posted and it is on its way from Scotland as we speak. And I want to see if it makes any difference. Victoria says, is that similar to oatmeal, cream of wheat, or something different? Yeah, look, it would be similar to oatmeal. Yes. Yes, it would indeed, Victoria. Tommy's channel. Kirsty's putting up the link to Tommy's channel. Thank you. Oh gosh, no. Oh no. Oh, that's all right. I thought I'd accidentally deleted someone, but I haven't. Moni says Scots eat steel-cut oats to make porridge. Tommy says evening humble. Heart's Humble Homestead is Kirsty. Oh, hot air balloons. Aha. Now I understand. But yes, I did think that my spurtle from Scotland was a little bit overpriced. I mean, for what it is, but I eat porridge so often, I thought, what the hell? If it does in fact make it better, then that's great. Do you use one, Kirsty? Pardon me. In fact, does anyone at all in the chat have porridge? And if so, do you stir it with a spurtle? I guess that's really the question I'm asking. And does it make a difference? If it works, it will be worth it. Yeah, I reckon. And I mean, I suppose to do it properly, I really need to make 2 lots of porridge, don't I? Or do one with a normal spoon and one with a spurtle. You don't have one, but you'd love one. Yeah, no, it's yeah. It'll be interesting to see if it actually does make a difference. It really will. So for those of you who have just come in, I'm Susan, and today we have been making toad in the hole, and it was really nice, very yummy, very filling, and that's how we got onto porridge. And from porridge we got onto articles, and from articles we got onto spurtles. Let me turn you around and let you go back to looking at this incredible view down there on the horizon, just sort of down there. Maybe I could zoom in a bit. Can you see the sheep? There's some sheep down there. They're black Suffolk. Black Suffolk sheep. You see the mountains and hills beyond. You can see all the wattles are coming. Oops. Wattles over there coming into flower quite early, because they don't usually flower until like mid-September. What ingredients do I use to make my porridge? I suppose the traditional is just oats, water, and a pinch of salt to actually cook it. That is the tradition in Scotland, but I will sometimes do it with milk as well. There's the cows. Not as well, milk instead of water. I will do that sometimes. It depends on my mood. But then it's really down to like when I actually serve it up and I put it in a bowl, I will add fruit to it, like blueberries and strawberries. And that's right, Blaze. That was Blaze, the black cow there with the white blaze down her nose. She just mooed. There they are. They're trying to get out of the wind. Hey, Oreo. That was Oreo. Oh, you had your tacos. Did they turn out well? Oh, fabulous even. Well, that's good. That is so good. That's what you want. Oh, it's been a while since I've had tacos, actually. We might have to have some one night. Now, let me see what the chat's saying. Oh, yeah, and cinnamon. Yeah, for sure. Well, cinnamon is meant to be incredibly good for your metabolism. Oh, no, he hadn't hit the like. Oh. It's all right. It's okay. We've got 31 likes. That's pretty nice. I like that. I mean, more would be better, of course. But, yeah, no, I always add a sprinkle of cinnamon because cinnamon is supposed to help speed up your metabolism a little bit, as well as just tasting lovely. Well, I love the taste of cinnamon. But there's, you know, it's got health properties as well. So, and I guess its main property is what it does. It helps with the digestion of food and speeding your metabolism up just a little bit. So yes, I put fruit on it, bit of extra milk if I need it, sprinkle of cinnamon, and quite often, but not always, I will put some maple syrup or brown sugar on it as well. Yes. It is, you're right, Kirsty. Cinnamon is in the mix that Dora makes in the morning. Oh, wow. I'm so sorry to keep coughing on you. Oh. But it's been great fun. I've enjoyed today. It was great fun having you all sitting there in the kitchen with me while I made Toad in the Hole. And luckily, there's a little bit left over for tomorrow for lunch. So that'll be nice. I'm looking forward to that already. And I will get the recipe in the description, sort of within the hour. Probably be in about an hour, actually, if I'm honest. I will have, as I always do, I'll have one ingredient list for US and Canada, and another one for UK, Australia. So you just pick the one that works for your brain, depending on where you are in the world. So I'll get the recipe up for the Toad in the Hole and the onion gravy. That will be there in about an hour from now. I've still got to put my thinking caps on because I've got to decide what to do for next week. We need to do a sweet as some sort of dessert. Not sure whether Rocky Road will work, only in that it may not set in time. But I will look into it. Are you getting tired? Yeah, we're going to be wrapping up soon. It's more my throat that's getting tired at the moment now. But yeah, so I just wanted to thank everyone for being here. And you know, taking time out of your busy schedules, because we're all busy, to come and sit with me this morning in the kitchen and to watch as I potted about and faffed about and made toad in the hole with onion gravy. Look out for the recipe. Look out for the post this afternoon with the next Buy Me a Coffee story. Our next live will theoretically be on Tuesday, which is your Monday night, for our Around the Farm walk and talk. But yes, Kirsty and Ace, thank you for always being here, always putting up everyone's links, doing all my Celsius to Fahrenheit conversions when I've forgotten to get them organised before the live starts, and other random things. They do lots of random things to help in my lives, and I'm so grateful for that. So thank you both very, very much. Hopefully you've all managed to give me a thumbs up and to connect with one another. We're such a wonderful community. I'm so grateful to have you all. You make my world. You really do. It's so lovely to have friends to be able to chat with in the kitchen on a Saturday morning. It means so much. You've got no idea. So thank you. And really, I guess the only thing left to say is for you all to have, wherever you are in the world, have a lovely weekend. I hope you all sleep well and you stay safe. Take care. Spread kindness. Know that I love all of you very much, and I am so grateful to you all. And really, the last thing is stay beautiful. Stay beautiful. And I'll see you on Tuesday for the next exciting farm walk and talk. Let me turn you around. Let you see the view for the last time today. Oh, thank you. See you another time, says Victoria. Bye all, says Shaz. Oh, Michiganda Daffodil. Hello, hello. I'm sorry I didn't see you come in. Well, I've just got to say hi. Thank you. Thank you for being here. It is a gorgeous view. Not that one, I know. That one. That's a gorgeous view. Thank you so much for coming in. This is my gorgeous view. Thank you to everyone for coming in. Yes, it's been wonderful having Victoria here. I enjoyed my first visit even though I was late. I'm so pleased. And listen, Victoria, we really do. We have such a beautiful community of people. We really do. Everyone is so nice. Blonde traveling gypsy. Everyone's coming in now. How are you, my love? I was just about to end the live and all these people were suddenly coming in. It's so wonderful to have you here. Are you still on the road? Blonde traveling gypsy has been on another long road trip. Let me just do a turn around the veranda. Gives Kirsty a chance to get a few more links up for those people who have just come in. Yeah. Clearly hubby's driving at the moment. You're sitting in the back. You're welcome. There's the garden. Looking a bit bare. The fountain's not on. I was searching to see who was live, and there you were. Yes, this is a regular slot for me on it's Saturday my time anyway. So on a Saturday, we do an indoor live. Yes, you're in the bed at the back. That's awesome. So we're just doing a walk around the veranda. Here's the old greenhouse. We're going to be getting a new one of them soon with any luck. Back around. Back around. It depends on what time of day you ask me. Sometime in the day, middle of the day, I feel really good. But, you know, early mornings and evenings, I'm still coughing like mad. And I mean, I'm coming up to 5 weeks of this now, so I'm getting a little bit over it. There we go. Moo, I hear the cows mooing. All right. So we did a turn around the veranda for our friends who just came in. So yes, as I said, yeah, it would be lovely if you can all come in again sometime. But everyone, as I said, have a lovely weekend. Stay safe. Spread kindness. Be beautiful. Thank you all so very much for being here, and know that I am so grateful to you all, and I love all of you very much. And I will see you again on the next video or next live. Bye everyone.